Well, here we are with Mark Kenwell from PID Newcastle and Leigh Macquarie. Mark, this looks fantastic. It looks actually more than just an apartment complex. Tell us about it.
So we're in East End at the moment, which is right in the centre of Newcastle. Some people will know this as being really the heart of what the original mall was. We're in what was the David Jones building.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, so the difference with this development as opposed to the typical apartment development is it's not just a building. We're talking about a master plan community here. But this is really the centrepiece of what's happening in Newcastle. This is the catalyst project for Newcastle's urban renewal.
Fantastic, and I was just strolling around the displays and some of the finishes of the decor. It's just amazing.
They've used international standard architects, and the level of finishes they've gone to, they didn't have to go this far to sell these apartments. The location alone would have sold them, but they thought, well, we've got one chance to deliver on something that's going to have a legacy for years to go by. You know, you've had the beautiful David Jones building here that people have known for so long and been so fond of. And I think what they want to do is pay homage to that with the architecture.
Mark, this is pretty exciting stuff. What are some of the standouts I should be looking for right now?
Craig, there's some absolutely unique apartments I've got to show you in the Perkins and King building. Let me come and show you what we're talking about.
Let's go. So Mark, this is stage one. Looks like we've got a bit of a combination here of some retail and residential. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so this is the Perkins and King building, Craig. So Perkins Street running here, you might remember the David Jones car park in behind. And the David Jones building sort of came across this whole block. You've got some absolutely stunning residences here. So if you look at this big outdoor terrace at the top, that's a private exclusive use terrace.
Oh wow, really?
There's just 2 apartments there that have got those. You've got a penthouse sort of feel about it. And it is just a truly unique apartment. You see this sort of stuff in certain parts of the world. It certainly brings New York to mind, you know, around that sort of Central Park West.
Absolutely, yeah. So Mark, look like you've got some retail down here, and this is like benches and places there. Is this retail up here as well, or what's that?
So that's exclusive for the occupants of the building.
Okay.
So is this level up here. So you can imagine booking it out for sort of parties, barbecues, just congregating there when it's a nice warm sunny day. So you've got some retail coffee shops, you've got some boutiques where you can buy some lovely clothes and things like that. There'll even be a fresh food sort of complex there as well, and a nighttime sort of bar scene, which all just works in beautifully, so you don't need to leave your block.
So Mark, looks like there's something for everyone here. Who's buying these places?
There's been a real spread actually, Craig. A lot of confidence from those who live in Newcastle and the Hunter already, wanting to get amongst all that inner city rejuvenation we've got going on. But there's been a real trend of people coming out of those capital cities like Sydney and Melbourne, selling up for big money, escaping the rat race, and either coming here to retire or for new employment opportunities, or just the lifestyle that Newcastle offers.
Well, Mark Kenwell, great to have you. And now we're over to Naomi.
Thanks, Craig. We're now here with Matt from Global Home Solutions. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Absolute pleasure. Now, I love a fun fact. And I do. I'm big on facts. And I was reading the other day that the amount of packets of energy that hit the Earth every hour from the sun can actually power our entire planet for a year.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's out of control. But if that's the case, what is going on? Why isn't the whole world on this solar thing?
Well, they are slowly becoming more energy efficient. Yeah, small steps, baby steps.
If I want to take a big step though, if I want to take what a lot of people would perceive as a big step and completely convert my home to solar, there's, I guess, a lot of questions that people want answers to. Yeah,
there's a lot of stigma attached to solar as well. So there's a lot of things that people don't understand about solar currently. I suppose we can clear some of that up.
Let's do it. So, first thing that pops into my head is how hard is it and how long is it going to take if I want to convert my normal, average Aussie electricity-powered house from the mains to solar?
Okay, so first of all, we'd come out, we'd sit down, go over your bills. We'd build a system to suit your home. So it's not the same system for every single home.
So oils ain't oils?
No, definitely not. It's all about return on investment too. You don't want to invest in something that you're not going to see a return on. So getting a system that's too big for your home, you'll get a slower return. So we build the system to suit your electricity bill, and after we've gone through that and we set the system up to suit you, it'll take us about 4.5 to 5.5 hours to set up for a normal home.
All right, so I need to know right now, what are the top 3 things I need to think about if I'm going to turn my house into a solar haven? Well,
first of all, you need to look at the panels, the panel quality and the system quality, a good installer and good warranties to make sure that the product's going to be there for the test of time.
So you talked about return on investment, right? how long would I have to wait before it paid for itself?
So we look at anywhere between 4 to sort of 5.5 years is what we want to see. So it really comes down to you as the user of the electricity that you're producing. So by monitoring your production over a period of time, you can actually see where you're using electricity, and you can start to change some lifestyle habits to move some of that electricity consumption into your production time. And with that shortens your return on investment and you get better value out of your solar.
Thanks for all the great solar advice, Matt, and we'll see you next week.